మీరు అడిగారు కదా, చిన్నప్పుడు నాన్నగారు వారు పెద్దగా చదువుకోలేదు. వారు 10th grade డిస్కంటిన్యూ చేసినప్పటికీ మా పితామహుడు వైకుంఠవాసులయ్యారు. 10th grade డిస్కంటిన్యూ చేసిన తర్వాత వారి నాన్నగారు ప్రైమరీ స్కూల్లో టీచర్గా చేశారు. వారికి శాస్త్రజ్ఞానం ఎంత, జ్యోతిష్ శాస్త్రం, పంచాంగం కూడా చేయగలిగిన జ్ఞానం. నేను చిన్నప్పుడు 6వ తరగతి ఎంట్రన్స్ రాసి 7 సంవత్సరాల 9 నెలలకు మా చేత 6వ తరగతి ఎంట్రన్స్ రాయించి పరీక్ష పాస్ అయ్యి 6వ తరగతి 7 సంవత్సరాల 9 నెలలు చెప్పి 14 ఏళ్ళ 9 నెలలకు నాకు హై స్కూల్ అయిపోయింది. 12 సీట్ వచ్చి కూడా డెఫినెట్గా బిఎస్సీ రాల్సింది. బిఎస్సీ ఎంఎస్సీ లోపల నా చేత భాగవతం మొత్తం చెప్పించారు. ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నాను, ఆనాడు నేర్చుకున్నారు. బాల్యంలో వారికి వయసు అయిపోతే ఇండియాలో పల్లెటూళ్ళలో ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ ఉండేది కాదు. ఐసైట్ కనిపించే చీకట్లన్నీ నేను చదువుతుంటే వారు వ్యాఖ్యానాలు చెప్తుంటారు.
వాస్తవం చెప్తా ఉంటే ఆ
ఆ విధంగా అలా వచ్చాయి. లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు పుస్తకం పెద్ద మా ఆచార్యులు వారు అడుగుతున్నాం, వారు అడుగుతున్నాం జ్ఞానంతో ఇంటర్వ్యూ పెట్టి మొదలు పెడతామండి. ఓం అస్మద్ గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం అస్మత్ పరమగురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం అస్మత్ సర్వగురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం శ్రీరంగనాథ శరగోపైతేంద్ర ద్రష్టుం లక్ష్మీ నృసింహేతుర్ణేకపాత్రం శ్రీరంగవీర రఘురాట్ శరగోపహృజ్యం వేదాంత దేశికేంద్రం ప్రపంచే శ్రీమతే శ్రీవంశరగోప శ్రీ వేదాంత దేశికేంద్ర మహాదేశికాయ నమః. ఓం యస్యా భవద్భక్తజనాత్యహంతుః పితృత్వమన్యే శూచార్యతూర్ణం స్తంభే అవతారస్తమనన్యలభ్యం లక్ష్మీ నృసింహం శరణం ప్రపజ్యే. అహోబిలే గౌరవశైలमध्ये కృపావశాత్ కల్పితసన్నిధానం లక్ష్మ్యా సమాలింగిత వామభాగం లక్ష్మీ నృసింహం శరణం ప్రపజ్యే. త్వయి రక్షతి రక్షకైः కిమన్యైః త్వయి చ రక్షతి రక్షకైः కిమన్యైః ఇది నిశ్చితదీః శ్రయామి నిత్యం దుహరే వేగవతి తటాశ్రయం త్వాం. ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. అస్మత్పరగురుభ్యో నమః. సర్వగురుభ్యో నమః. ఈరోజు ఎలాగమ్మా, తెలుగు వాళ్ళ తమిళ వాళ్ళ ఎలాగ, మళ్ళీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పాలా? ఏ స్వామి? ఇంగ్లీష్ బాగుంది. ఏమిటో పరభాష. Our Acharya, the great Mahatma, the 44th Srimad Alagay Singer of Ahobilamatham, a great Mahatma. Can you imagine Bhagavan himself coming and asking a devotee? The present Rajagopuram in Srirangam is called as the first and the foremost Sri Vaishnava Kshetram. Of the 108 Divyadeshas, Srirangam has a unique place. The temple was built some 3000 years back by Tirumangayalvar. The foundations for the Rajagopuram were laid by Tirumangayalvar. Stop there. After nearly 2000 years, the Vijayanagara Empire people, they wanted to build, but they built only up to the first level. 13 stories is the Rajagopuram. They built up to the first level and left it there because Vijayanagara Empire fell down to the Bahmani Sultans. Then, 600 years after that, one day Lord Ranganatha appears in the dream of our Acharya and says, make my Bodhi Gopuram into a Rajagopuram, Motta Gopuram into a Rajagopuram. By then Acharya was 80 years old. Those days itself, it cost more than 2 crores of rupees. Those days 2 crores means these days 2000 crores. Without even moving an inch from Srirangam. It took 12 years or so for Acharya to complete the Rajagopuram. Our Acharya used to say, even though we talk about Rama, Krishna, even though in Hindi they say, Jag mein hai do sundar naam, chahe Ram kaho, chahe Sham kaho. Our Acharya used to say, even compared to Rama and Krishna, Lakshmi Nrsimha is the most merciful form. Lakshmi Nrsimha is the most merciful form. Why? Imagine Sita Devi when she was abducted by Ravana. Don't you think Sita Devi is praying, Mama, keep your finger behind Mahavishnu. You're going to fall down. Keep your finger behind Mahavishnu. Keep your, right, exactly. So, don't you think Sita Devi is praying every minute? Sita Devi, is she not praying every minute to Rama? Please protect me, please protect me. How long did it take for Sita Devi to get protection? 1 year. For nearly 1 year, she was there under continuously going through the torture from all the female demons arranged by Ravana. It took 1 year for Sita Devi to get protection. When it comes to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the minute Sri Krishna incarnated, don't you think Krishna's own parents, Devaki and Vasudeva, who are under house arrest, are they not praying to Krishna, Krishna protect us, Krishna protect us? But what did Krishna do? Take me to Nanda Gokulam. He went there to Nanda Gokulam. Nearly 7.5 years he stayed there. Around age 8, he came back to Mathura and got them released after killing Kamsa, got his parents released from house arrest. So, even though Krishna's own parents are there praying to Krishna, protect us, protect us, protect us, how long it take? How long it took for them to get protection? 7.5, 8 years. Look at Prakladha. How long did it take for Prakladha to get protection? The challenge came, where is your Narayana? Prakladha said, what a stupid question, where is your Narayana? Indugala Danduledani Sandeham Uradu check the Sarvopakatun Dendendu Vedaki Suchana Andande Garadu Danavagrana Vinte. What kind of a question is this? Where is your Narayana? You tell me where you want to see. In the floor, in the sky, in the pillar, in the microphone, in the carpet, in the stool, in the water bottle, where you want to see. In you, in me, everywhere Narayana is there. Hiranyakashipu challenged. They were arguing in the hallway. There is a stambham there, there is a pillar there. Show me in this pillar. Nrsimha Swami appeared. Once Nrsimha Deva appeared, how long did it take for him to get protection? 1 minute. Hiranyakashipu wanted to fight. Lakshmi Nrsimha just with one bang of the hand made Hiranyakashipu fall down. His gada that is there just fell down, grabbed him, went to the doorstep because neither inside or outside the house, at the doorstep which is half inside, half outside, sat there, laid down horizontally Hiranyakashipu in his lap, tore open his stomach, pulled the intestines and killed him, and gave protection to Prakladha, made Prakladha the king. How long did it take for Prakladha to get protection? 1 minute. Suppose you want to have your daughter married. Our Acharya used to say, give your application to Rama. He will take 1 year to say approved. You give your application to Krishna. He will take 8 years to say approved. Give your application to Lakshmi Nrsimha. You got the answer? He will take 1 minute to stamp it approved. That's how our Acharya used to say. So Lakshmi Nrsimha is the most merciful incarnation. But unfortunately, our people, they create different philosophies. Oh, Lakshmi Nrsimha is very angry. You should not even keep him in the house. Because we do stupid things in the house. Because we keep on cooking meat, onion, garlic, etc. So they are scared. No acharam. That's why they say, don't even keep Krishna Nrsimha in the house. That's not right. Nrsimha should be there everywhere. That's why Mahatma Vedanta Deshika says, Tvai rakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi, Tvaicha arakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi, Iti nishchita dehi swayaminicham, Nruhare Vegavati tarashrayatva. If Lakshmi Nrsimha wants to protect you, there is nobody in the whole universe who can hurt you. If Lakshmi Nrsimha doesn't want to protect you, there is nowhere you can get protection. If you are there to protect me, why do I need any other protection? If you are not thinking of protecting me, what else is the use of having any other protection? Tvai rakshati rakshakaha kimanyaihi. Tvaicha arakshati rakshaha kimanyaihi. Iti nishtitadhihi shrayamanicham. With this determination, anybody who does Sharanagati, Lakshmi Nrsimha is the most merciful one, and your moksham is 400% guaranteed. That is the greatness of Sharanagati. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. People want shortcuts. Unfortunate. People want circuitous procedures. Tell me, you want to go to India. Suppose there is a non-stop flight, San Francisco to Delhi. You want to take that, or San Francisco to China, China to Japan, Japan to London, London to Delhi. Go. In between, some strike is there. You are held up there, either in China or Japan or Russia. Who knows? Sharanagati is the easiest way, guaranteed way. Not only easiest, guaranteed. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, none other than Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Sriman Narayana himself as Paripurnavatara is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So we have seen yesterday how Bhagavan Sri Krishna got united with Sakshat Sri Mahavishnu, who appeared as Rukmini Devi. After Rukmini Kalyanam, today we will try to complete with the Krishna's other Kalyanams and say at least enough for today, enough for this session. There used to be a devotee called Satrajit. This Satrajit is a devotee of Surya. He worshipped Surya and he got a diamond, special diamond called Shamantakamani. That Shamantakamani, if you know some chemistry, diamond is nothing but carbon. The hardened form of carbon is diamond. If you look at the periodic table, carbon is only C12, gold 84 atomic number. The artificial transmutation of atoms is not that developed. How to convert carbon into gold? But their technology is way different. From the Shamantakamani, every day it gives 8 baruvas of gold. I know you don't know what is baruva. Baruva అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసా? మరి చిన్నప్పుడు లెక్కలేం చదువుకున్నారు అర్థమెటిక్లో 8 వీషలు ఒక మణువు, 20 మణువులు ఒక బారువ. You know that? Only kilograms, right? Okay, to put it in kilograms to you, Emma, can you open your calculator, Emma? Just open the calculator, Emma. Okay, you got the calculator in the phone? You have a phone, sir? Open the calculator. Tell me how many kilograms for 8 barwas. Okay, start multiplying. 1.4 kilograms. 1.4 kilograms is equal to 1 visha. Multiply that one by 8. 1.4 multiplied by 8. You will get 1 manu. How much? 11.2. Multiply that one 20 manu look baruva. 11.2 multiplied by 20. That is 1 baruva. How much? 224. Multiply that one by 8. 8 baruvas. How much? 1792. Can you imagine that Shamantakamani every day will give you 1792 kilograms of gold per day? The technology there is unimaginable. 1792 kilograms of gold per day. Nobody can even imagine. So one day Satrajit has put on that diamond, flaunting it as a pendant, and came to Krishna's sabha. Krishna said, what do you do with that kind of gold every day? Give it to the Maharaja Ugrasena. He will use it for the welfare of the people. This Satrajit is a miser. Even though when Bhagavan Krishna himself opened his mouth and asked, he said, no way, I will not give you. and he kept it to himself. And once you have a precious diamond, everybody will try to flaunt it. Satrajit had a brother by name Prasena. One day he kept it as a pendant in his neck and went for hunting, and he didn't return. Satrajit started a scandal. Satrajit circulated a scandal. That day I went to Krishna's Sabha, Sudharma, with my Shamantaka money. Krishna asked for it, I did not give. Now my brother had it and went away. So Krishna might have killed my brother and have taken away the Shamantaka money. That's how he started a scandal. Krishna heard it. Let me put an end to this scandal, he thought. Krishna went. As he went searching for Prasena, finally he found the dead horse of Prasena. In a few meters away, he found Prasena himself dead. But there he found the footprints of a lion. He followed the footprints of the lion. After some time, he found the dead body of the lion. And there he found the footprints of a bear. And Krishna followed the footprints of the bear. That led to a cave. And inside the cave, as Krishna entered, there was a little boy, 1-year-old boy in a cradle. And there was a babysitter for the cradle. For the child not to cry, what did that bear do? He brought the diamond and hanged it as a pendant to the cradle. As the babysitter is swinging it, the sunlight falling, the diamond is giving beautiful colors and then shining. The child stopped crying and was enjoying the beautiful colors of the diamond. So Krishna thought, so here ended up the Shamantakabani. And he went and tried to take that diamond. The babysitter screamed. Listening to the screams of the babysitter, Jambavan, the bear, Jambavan of Treta Yuga, Sugriva Sachiva, Jambavan was still alive. And Jambavan came listening to the screams of the babysitter. Unimaginable fight went on between Krishna and Jambavan. For how long? No weapons, hand-to-hand fight, mushti yuddham. If they can find a tree in the cave, they used to use it. Stone, they use it. If not, hand-to-hand fight. Not 1 day, not 2 days. 28 days the fight went on non-stop. No food, no rest. 28 days non-stop fight. After 28 days, Jambavan was dead tired. He was about to fall down. All of a sudden he recollected. Long time back in Treta Yuga, looking at the unimaginable skills of Bhagavan Ramachandra, I prayed, Rama, I wanted to fight with you. That time Rama said, no, you helped me so much, I cannot fight with you. Jambavan insisted. Rama has a peculiar policy, everything. Good luck next time. 16,000 Maharshis prayed, we want to enjoy with you. Good luck next time. Resulted in their being born as Gopikas. Jambavan wanted to fight with Rama. Good luck next time. The same Jambavan now realized, could this be my Rama? That's it. That thought made him realize Sri Krishna is none other than Sri Rama of Treta Yuga. Fell at the feet of Lord Krishna, asked for forgiveness. How unfortunate, Rama, I just punched you so hard for 28 days. I enjoyed, Rama, Krishna, you were punching me, but I feel miserable that I really have hurt you. Forgive me, Rama, forgive me, Krishna. If you have really forgiven me, as a token of your forgiving me, accept my daughter Jambavati in marriage. That way you will give me an opportunity to wash your feet and I will do the Kanya Danam to you. That is how Jambavan gave his daughter Jambavati in marriage to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This Jambavan, don't think he's a young man. Treta Yuga, even in Treta Yugam, when Rama sent all the Vanaras to look for Sita Devi, Sugriva sent Jambavan, Angada, Hanuman, etc. in the southern direction. By the time they reached the southern banks of southern tip of India, Indian Ocean, they could not find Sita. They wanted to do Prayopavesham because Sugriva set a deadline, 1 month time. Within 1 month time, you should find Sita. If not, come back and report you could not find. 1 month time has passed by, and they could not find Sita. So Angada said, no point in going back to Kishkinda. If we go, Sugriva will definitely kill me, because Sugriva knows I am Vali's son. Sugriva doesn't like Vali because my father Vali took away his wife, kicked him out. So Sugriva is always jealous of me. He will find some excuse or other to kill me. Now he got a best excuse. We got delayed. He will kill me. I'm not going to go back to Kishkinda. You go. Other people said, if you are not coming, you are the prince. We also not come. Then what to do? Fast unto death. They were sitting there on the sands of the Indian Ocean, fasting unto death. Death won't come that easily. They were recollecting. There was an eagle there, Sampati, old one, no wings, could not even fly. These fellows are going to die. The minute they are dead, let me go and eat them. The eagle was waiting there. These people were recounting. Death won't come that easily. No food, no water. Fast unto death. Where Dashratha, where Ayodhya, where Rama, where forest life, where killing, Vali Sugriva searching, where Jatayu, trying to protect Sita Devi when Ravana was abducting her, and Jatayu killed by Ravana. The minute Sampati heard Jatayu killed by Ravana, he said, what are you talking? Jatayu is my brother. That is when Sampati came down, heard the whole episode, that Rama himself did the Dahana Samskaram for Jatayu and gave him Moksha Prapti. Jatayu said, can you please help me to take to the ocean? My brother is dead. Let me do the Jala Tarpanam at least to my brother. Those days, even birds were doing Tarpanam. These days, the so-called educated people, they don't even do the Pinda Pradhanam to their forefathers, just one day in a year. They look for shortcuts, Hiranya Shraddham like that. Not at all correct. So Sampati said, since you talked good about my brother, let me help you. I'm an eagle. I have far sight. Sita is there in Sri Lanka. Now came the question, who will fly to Sri Lanka? One Vanara said, this is 100 yojanas. One yojana is at least 1.6 miles. So 160 miles. One person said, I can fly 10 yojanas. I can fly 20. I can fly 50. I can fly 100. Finally, Jambavan said, will you stop talking? Even if you go 90, 99 yojanas, you will fall into the ocean. Some crocodile will come and eat you. No point. You should have the strength to go in one single jump all the way to Sri Lanka, 160 miles long jump. Angada said, I have the strength to fly 160 miles, but I'm afraid I may not have the strength to come back. Jambavan said, what is the point in your going there then? You go there, you are stuck there, then how do we know whether you found Sita or not? We need somebody who can go and come back and report also. That time, you know what Jambavan said? I could have done it if I'm a little young. When I was young, when Bhagavan Sriman Narayana came as Vamana, went to Bali Chakravarti, got 3 feet of land, occupied the 3 worlds, and became Trivikrama and went all the way up to Brahmaloka. That time, I did pradakshinams to Trivikrama. That is Jambavan. He was there right from the time of Vamana Avatara. Vamana Avatara way before Parashurama. He said, that time I was young, I could do the pradakshinam to Trivikrama, who occupied the Bhuloka with 1 foot and went all the way up to Brahmaloka. All the way up to Brahmaloka, I do pradakshinam. Now I am afraid I cannot fly. So that Jambavan, after Ravana Yuddham, 11,000 years, Ramarajyam, Dwapara Yugam, another 864,000 years, almost 125 years short, because Krishna lived on the planet Earth for 125 years. So 684,000 plus 11,000. 695,000 years old, at least Jambavan. Guess what? Even at age of 695,000 years, Jambavan still had a daughter of marriable age. And not only that, he also has a 1-year-old baby in the cradle. 600 and 95, you understand what those people are then, right? Is way beyond our imagination. 6, at least, we are not counting Vamanavatara. We are only counting from Rama's time up to Jambavan's, Jambavati Paranayam. Jambavan should be at least 695,000 years old, having a daughter less than 12 years old of marriable age, and a son 1 year old in the cradle. That is Jambavan. That is how Jambavan literally washed the feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and gave his daughter Jambavati in marriage to Krishna. So, Krishna searching for Shamantakamani got Kanyamani also. So Rukmini thought, very good. You go on the pretext of finding Shamantakamani and return with Kanyamani also. Good. Now it is not the end of the road. Now Krishna brought Satrajit to the assembly, and in front of the whole assembly revealed the whole truth. Satrajit, you created a scandal. You circulated that your brother Prasena was killed by me, and I have taken away your Shamantakamani. You want to know the truth? This is the truth. Your brother Prasena was killed by a lion. That lion was killed by a bear, none other than Jambavan. And I defeated Jambavan. And here is your Shamantakamani. Take it and go. Satrajit was put to shame because he created a scandal and circulated that. He went home, thought about it for a long, long time. The only way I can be in the good books of Krishna is fall at the feet of Krishna. I need a reason to fall at the feet of Krishna. Best way, give my daughter Satyabhama in marriage to Krishna. That way I can wash the feet of Krishna and ask for forgiveness. So Satrajit came and begged Krishna, Krishna, forgive me. As a token of your really forgiving me, please let me wash your feet. Why I am washing your feet? Let me use it as a pretext to do Kanya Danam of my Kanya Mani. So, Satrajit washed the feet of Krishna and did Kanya Danam of Satyabhama to Krishna. Satyabhama, none other than Bhudevi, became the third wedded wife of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Rukmini Devi was thinking, this Shamantakamani seems to be very great. Wherever the Shamantakamani goes, it is coming back with a Kanyamani also. Krishna understood the feelings of Rukmini. He called Satrajit. Kanyamani is enough for me. No more Shamantakamani. You better take your Shamantakamani. And Krishna returned the Shamantakamani that Satrajit offered to Krishna as a marriage gift. Krishna said, no, I don't want this Shamantakamani. You better keep it. Your Kanyamani, Satyabhama is enough for me. So now Krishna is wedded to Rukmini, Jambavati, and Satyabhama. Then comes the next in line. Remember who is the next wife of Krishna? You only know to find fault with Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Always 16,000 girlfriends. You don't even know his wife's names. Why do you blame Krishna? Emma? Kalindi. Very good, Emma. Kalindi. Kalindi is a none other than river Yamuna. Kalindi, as a river, she is called Yamuna. As a human being, she is called Kalindi. Just like Ganga. Ganga is a river Ganga. But as a human being, he is the wife of Shantanu, mother of Bhishma. So Ganga can exist as a river. Ganga can Amma pregnant first. Teluga Tamila Miru. Ammai Ammai Krishnude Santana Gopala Krishna. ఈ మధ్య మహాలక్ష్మి కూడా వచ్చింది. ఆమెకు అబ్బాయి కావాలో అమ్మాయి కావాలో మనకేం తెలుసు? నీకు తెలుగు అర్థమవుతుందా? అర్థమవుతుందా? వావ్, ఒక పని చేయి, ట్విన్స్ కోరుకో. ట్విన్స్ ఎందుకు చెప్పాను తెలుసా? Look at this. Yesterday, when I said feminine jealousy, you did not like it, right? Yesterday, when I said every woman has a twin sister, jealousy, right? You didn't like it. Take a simple example. In Mahabharata, Panduraja was cursed. You touch your wife, your head will break into 100 pieces and you will die. So, there is no way. He was craving for children, but he cannot touch his wife. Slowly, Kunti revealed. Just don't worry. When I was young, I served, Durvasa Maharshi. He gave me the mantram. I can call any god and I can get a son. Can't Kunti tell the truth? Why are you craving for children? I already have a son, Karna. She did not say. Conveniently, she said, I know the mantram. Immediately, Panduraja said, call Yamadharmaraja. You need a very ideal person as a son. Get a child. She chanted the mantra, invoked Yamadharmaraja, became pregnant. After full 10 months of pregnancy, she delivered Dharmaraja. Then Panduraja said, no, I want a very, very strong person to be there supporting my first son, Dharmaraja. Call Vayu, the mightiest one. She invited Vayu, became pregnant, delivered Bhima. Again, Panduraja said, I want to have a very, very capable person, very, very brave person, great hero to support Dharmaraja. Call Indra, the source of all power, Trijagadhipatcham. She chanted the mantra, invited Indra, got the son Arjuna. According to Dharma, she cannot invite a fourth person. Madri came and begged Panduraja, can you please tell Kunti to teach me the mantra? I also want to have children. Pandu instructed, Kunti told the mantram to Madri. Madri invited Ashwini Devatas and got twins Nakula and Sahadeva. Now, what connection this has got to do with your jealousy? Madri went again to Panduraja. I want to have more children. Please ask Kunti to teach me the mantra one more time. Panduraja said, please teach. Now comes, what Kunti thought? My goodness, this Madri is extra smart. I have to try 3 times to get 3 sons. This lady in the first try itself, she got twins. If I tell the mantram again to her, if she gets twins again, her children will be 4, my children are 3. No way, I will not tell you. You understand now? Whether you like it or not, you have a twin sister. You understand? Exact words of Kunti in Mahabharata. 3 times I had to struggle to get 3 sons. This Madri in the first try itself got twins. If I teach the mantram again, if she gets twins again, because she cannot have one more son. So Madri will have 4 sons, mine are 3. Her sons may dominate my sons. No way, she did not tell. Correct? Now come back to Krishna. Kalindi, none other than Surya's daughter. I just want to say something. I know I don't know whether it's appropriate to say here or not. In any family, sir, you have a brother-in-law? No brother-in-law. I don't know why you married her. In the good olden days, they never married a person without a brother-in-law. Sir, you have a brother-in-law, sir? You have a brother-in-law. You know why they say, suppose you have a daughter. You want to get your daughter married. Who is the unpaid laborer in your house? Your brother-in-law. Correct? Because he gave his sister in marriage to you. Your daughter's marriage. You will first call you, right? Take care of the arrangements. Make sure prasadam is ready. Make sure invitations are ready. Make sure decorations are done. Everything unpaid laborer for you is the brother-in-law. You know that, right? Yamma correct? Bavamardi ante. Right? In every family. So if you have a brother-in-law, because everybody wishes well for his sister. Why he is doing all that donkey work in your house? Because for the sake of his sister. Let my sister be happy. Let my sister be happy. That's why a brother-in-law. That's why Krishna is very unhappy. When he married Rukmini, she had 5 brothers, but none of the fellows attended his marriage. Jambavati had a brother, 1-year-old fellow, no use. Satyabhama, no brothers. Now we'll come to that. Kalindi. You know why I said whether it's appropriate or not? You know who is this Yamuna? Surya. Surya's wife, some people call Usha, some people call Sanya. Sanya. Sanya and Surya's children are, one is Yamadharmaraja, another is Yamuna. Yamadharmaraja and Yamuna. And Krishna married Yamuna, Kalindi. So what is the relationship between Yamadharmaraja and Krishna? Brother-in-law. Before Yamadharmaraja and Yamuna, Surya had another son, Manu, Vaivaswata Manu. Vaivaswata Manu. So Vaivaswata Manu, then Yamuna and Yamadharmaraja, Yama. After giving birth to 3 babies, Sagnya thought, I can no longer handle this husband because he is too hot for me. Burning, red hot temperatures. I can no longer bear this husband. And she saw her shadow. Your shadow looks exactly like you, Chaya. And said, this man is always busy. Lokasakshi. He doesn't know whether it is myself or my shadow. You impersonate me, and because it is a shadow will be very cool. Even in a hot day, you keep your feet on the shadow, you will not feel that hot. So you are a shadow, you can bear the heat. So you better stay in my place. And she is afraid Surya will find out. So she disguised herself as a horse and went to the forest to do tapasya. And she kept her shadow Chaya there. Surya is busy. Wife is there at home, everything is going okay. Good. With Chaya, from the time Chaya is there, Yamadharmaraja is a very sharp kid. He was thinking, she is not my mother. She is not my mother. Something is different. Something is different. And after some time, Chaya and Surya had a son. Guess who is that son? Shani. Chaya Martanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shanaishcharam. Shani. Shani is the son of Chaya and Surya. And by the time the son is born, Chaya became so jealous. She has developed the stepmother attitude and ill-treating Yamadharmaraja. This time Yamadharmaraja thought, no way, I can no longer bear this ill-treatment from my stepmother. But he doesn't know stepmother. He thought, this mother is not my mother, that's all. He went and complained to Surya. Daddy, what do you want? This mother is not my mother. What do you mean by this mother is not my mother? That said, she is not my mother. Shut up. How can you say that? I even have a son with her. Yeah, you have a son, but that doesn't mean she is my mother. How do you know? Come, I'll prove. Yamadharmaraja came and kicked Chaya Devi with his feet. He kicked her with his legs. Chaya Devi got so angry and cursed him. May the legs with which you kicked me fall down. That's it. Immediately Yamadharmaraja lost his legs and they fell down. Then Yamadharmaraja said, Daddy, I proved the point. He said, what do you mean by you proved the point? You kicked her, she cursed, you lost your legs. No, that is the point. If she is my real mother, will any real mother curse her own sons, even if the son kicked her? The very fact I kicked her is to prove she is not my mother. I kicked her, she cursed me, I lost my legs. That itself indicates she is not my mother. Surya said, yes, you have a point. No mother will ever curse her own children. She cursed her, that's it. Surya went and held Chaya. Tell me who you are. That is when Chaya Devi confessed, yes, I am not your wife. I am her shadow. Where is my wife? How do I know? You find out. That is when Surya found out his original wife Sagnya is there in the form of a horse. Surya became another horse, befriended her, wanted to get her back. In the form of a horse, Surya and his own wife Sanya, they gave birth to Ashwani Devatas. That's how Ashwani Devatas are born, and Chaya Devi gave back to Surya. The point is the brother-in-law point. So how is Krishna married Yamuna, Kalindi? So how is Shani related to Krishna? Brother-in-law. Because Kalindi, Yamuna, is the daughter of Surya. Surya's one son, Yamadharmaraja, Krishna's brother-in-law. And Surya's another son, Shani. So Krishna married Kalindi, Yamuna. So what is the relationship for Krishna? Son is the father-in-law. And Yamadharmaraja, brother-in-law, Saturn, Shani, another brother-in-law. If you do Sharanagati to Krishna, do you think anybody will trouble you? Even Shani will not trouble you. Because Shani is the brother-in-law. Brother-in-law is the one who is supposed to do all the donkey work. That is why Mahatma Deshika says, Mata Devi Tumase Bhagavan, Vasudeva Pita Me. When you accept Mahalakshmi as your mother, and when you accept Sriman Narayana as your father, Yamadharmaraja becomes your maternal uncle, brother-in-law. Brother-in-law to your father. Brother-in-law to your father is your maternal uncle, correct? Shani becomes maternal uncle, brother-in-law to Krishna. So you don't have to worry about any grahas. None of them will bother you. So coming back to, how did Krishna marry Yamuna? Krishna and Arjuna are such best friends, unimaginably best friends, unimaginably best friends. One day Krishna came to visit Pandavas in Hastinapura. That time, Arjuna and Krishna are best friends. One day they went for an evening walk. When they went for an evening walk on the banks of river Yamuna, they saw the most beautiful girl walking all alone. See, just like two very good friends will find a beautiful girl. No offenses. What is the first reaction, sir? Right? Girl is beautiful. Immediately, you know what Arjuna said? Krishna, you already have three. Rukmini, Jambavati, Satyabhama. Look, I only have two. Namely Draupadi and Subhadra. It is my turn. Such good friends. Are you getting my point? They are such good friends. When they saw that beautiful Yamuna over there, Kalindi, Arjuna said, Rukmini, Jambavati, Satyabhama. Look at me, only Draupadi and Subhadra. It is my turn now. Krishna smiled. Okay, try your luck. That good friends are Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna went and said, hello, I am Arjuna, Phalguna, Partha, all these things, Bhivatsa, Savyasachi. She smiled. I know you, sir. I know you are Arjuna. Then he said, I am proposing to you. I am such a great hero, Indra's son. I know that also, sir. That, what is wrong? Marry me. She said, no way. I am the daughter of Surya. My father has built a palace inside the river Yamuna. I live there. My father promised me that Bhagavan Sri Krishna will come one day and he will marry me. I will not marry anyone other than that Supreme Lord Krishna. Go and tell your friend Krishna. Arjuna comes with a long face and says, Krishna, no luck for me, for you. Exactly, Krishna, that good friends are Krishna and Arjuna. So Krishna goes there to Kalindi and proposes, yes, I am willing to marry you. Yes, I know you are the daughter of Surya. Yes, I know you are destined to marry me. Yes, I propose to you. Kalindi fell at the feet of Krishna and said, Krishna, how many years I have been doing tapasya to marry you? Why did you take so long, Krishna? Right from the time you are born, right from the time you appeared, when Vasudeva was taking you, the minute your feet touched me, the Yamuna that was there swelling, I just gave you way, Krishna. Right from the day your feet touched me, I have been craving for you, Krishna. Right, all the activities you did, Rasa Krida, Jala Krida, everything right in front of me. I accepted everything, Krishna, thinking that one day this Krishna will marry me. I beg you, Krishna, accept me. So Krishna brought Kalindi And the marriage of Bhagavan Sri Krishna with Kalindi happened in Hastinapura itself. Then they brought everyone there to back to Dwaraka. Now Krishna is there with Rukmini, Jambavati, Satyabhama, and Kalindi. Next in line, Mitravinda. That Mitravinda, those days, it was customary to marry a girl who is the daughter of your father's sister. Krishna's father Vasudeva. Vasudeva had 6 sisters. Vasudeva had 6 sisters. One sister, Prudha, given in adoption to Kunti Bhoja, became Kunti. Another sister, Shruta Devi, her son is Shishupala, destined to die in the hands of Krishna. Another sister of Vasudeva, Rajadhi Devi, belonging to the Avanti Desha. Avanti, the present day Ujjain. Avanti Deshadhisha, the present day Ujjain. Rajadhi Devi's daughter is Mitravinda. And Mitravinda heard about her brother-in-law, namely Krishna. Because mother is Rajadhi Devi, Rajadhi Devi's old brother is Vasudeva, maternal uncle's son. Mitravinda has decided she will marry only Krishna. But unfortunately, Mitravinda had 2 brothers, Vinda and Anuvinda. And they are friends with Duryodhana. They are friends with Duryodhana. And out of fear of Duryodhana, they wanted to have a bond with Duryodhana. They thought the best way to have a bond is give their sister Mitravinda in marriage to Duryodhana. But true to the royal tradition, they announced the Swayambharam. Mitravinda, in her heart of hearts, appealed to the mercy of Krishna. Krishna came for the Swayambharam. When Krishna came, nobody to stop Krishna. Not Duryodhana, not anyone. That is how Krishna won the hands of Mitravinda, his own paternal aunt, Rajadhi Devi's daughter, the daughter of Ujjain, Avanti Deshadhisha Putri, brought her to Dwaraka, and the marriage was celebrated in a grand way. So Mitravinda became the 5th queen of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. The 6th one, Nagnajati. Nagnajati, whom you call in Tamil as Nappinnai. Nandagopalan Marumagale Nappinnai. Madikadavam Tal Kiravai, right? Now, Krishna was hardly 8 years old. Only up to 8 years he grew up with Nanda and Yashoda. By then he was not married. Then how come Goda Devi said, Nanda Gopalan Marumagale Nappinna? When did Krishna marry? And how come Goda Devi is addressing Nappinnai Nagnajati as Nanda's daughter-in-law? Krishna was not married when he was 8 years old. How did that happen? Legend is Kosala Deshadhipati, Kosala, Magadha, is Nagnajit. This Nagnajit, there are 2 versions to this. Because if Goda Devi said that in Tirupavai, it must be true. So how did that happen? Yashoda had a cousin brother, none other than Nagnajit, Kosala Deshadhipati. That Kosala Deshadhipati Nagnajit had a beautiful daughter, Nagnajiti, also called Nappinnai. Looking at the most beautiful daughter, Nagnajit decided, I must give my daughter to a great hero. How to decide who is a great hero? He was rearing 7 unbridled bulls. Those bulls are so ferocious. Anybody goes near, they will just gore him to death. So Nagnajit announced, if somebody wants to my daughter, let them prove they are a great hero. I will give my daughter in marriage only to that great hero who will defeat or who will subdue all the 7 bulls. Then only I'll give my daughter. 2 versions. Yashoda, when Krishna was a little boy, not even 3-4 years, one day went to her cousin brother Nagnajit's house. As usual, Krishna, Sakshat Manmadha Manmadha, Nagnajiti, most beautiful lady. Nagnajiti, none other than Neela Devi, they say. That's why they say in the very prayer to Goda Devi, Neela Tungas Tanagiritati Sutta Mudbodhya Krishnam. Neela Tanagiritati Sutta Mudbodhya Krishnam. Parartham Samshruti Sharasita Siddha Madhyapayanti. Swachishtrayam Sajanigaratam Yabalat Kurtyapunti. Goda Tasyayi Namaidamidam Guya Evastu Kuyaha. So, most handsome boy Krishna, very beautiful girl Nappinnai. That's it. Attraction was there. Krishna was there dilly-dallying with Nagnajiti. Nagnajit came and said, hey, little fellow, no, get back. You can't go near my daughter. Krishna innocently asked, why not, uncle? Why can't I play with your daughter? Nagnajit said, no, I'll give my daughter in marriage only to that person who can subdue the 7 bulls. That's it. Innocently, Krishna said, okay, uncle. So they were continuing, Yashoda, Nagnajit, etc. Krishna goes to the bullpen, just a 3-year-old boy. There is nothing as impossible for Krishna. The 7 bulls could kill anyone. Little 3-year-old Krishna went there, patted them and gave them one slap, held all 7 of them by the what do you call the thread, that the rope that which they are tied, all the 7 ropes, dragged them back to where his uncle Nagnajit was there, made them fall at the feet of his uncle and said, uncle, now that I subdued the 7 bulls, can I play with your daughter? Nagnajit was shocked. My goodness, a 3-year-old boy bringing 7 bulls unbridled. Immediately told Yashoda, Yashoda, I must keep up my word. Your son is not an ordinary boy. He could be Sakshat Siman Narayana. No one else could have defeated. True to my promise, now my daughter is your daughter-in-law, take her. Yashoda smiled. What is it you're talking? They are 3-year-olds. What marriage now? No, I'm not saying marriage. They can get married, but from now onwards, Nappinnai is no longer my daughter. Nagnajiti is no your daughter-in-law. Take them with you. Bring them up together. When the time comes, we will do Kanyadanam. So that is how they say Nappinnai was equally growing up in the house of Nanda as the would-be wife of Krishna. That is why Goda Devi said, Nanda Gopalan Marumagale Nappinnai. That Nappinnai was there even before marriage because Krishna subdued even as a 3-year-old boy the 7 bulls. So Nappinnai was literally growing up along with Krishna in Nanda Gopala's house. That is why Goda Devi's justification for that. So now, when the marriage time came, Nagnajit went and brought his daughter back to him. Krishna went there. As usual, Swayambharam. Krishna very easily went there, subdued all the 7 bulls one more time, dragged them and made them fall at the feet of Nagnajit. In front of everyone, Nagnajit has arranged the Kanyadanam of Nagnajiti in a wonderful way with Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And all those kings who wanted to marry Nagnajiti and who could not succeed got so jealous of Krishna, they came to fight with Krishna. Bhagavan Sri Krishna effortlessly has killed all the other kings who opposed him, brought Nagnajiti and made her his 6th wedded Pattamahishi. So Krishna got united now with Rukmani, Jambavati, Satyabhama, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Nagnajiti. Now, next one. Seventh is Bhadra. Very good, Anna. Bhadra. Who is this Bhadra? Any idea? Again, Krishna's paternal aunt's daughter. Krishna's father Vasudeva. Vasudeva had 6 sisters. One sister was Prudha, who is Kunti. Another sister, Rajadhidevi. Rajadhidevi's daughter Mitravinda he married. And Krishna's father Vasudeva's another sister is called Shrutakirti. Shrutakirti. Shrutakirti was given in marriage to Kekaya king. The Kekaya king Sandarshana. Shrutakirti's daughter is Bhadra. Shrutakirti's daughter Bhadra. So for Bhadra, her mother Shrutakirti, her maternal uncle Vasudeva. So maternal uncle's son Krishna is a brother-in-law by relationship. And Bhadra prayed to Krishna. Krishna, being Bhakta Vatsala, accepted the prayers of Bhadra, and Shrutakirti's daughter Bhadra was wedded in a grand ceremony with Bhagavan Sri Krishna, became the 7th wife. And who is the 8th wife of Krishna? Lakshana. The 8th wife, 8th Pattamahish of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Lakshana. You know Kunti and Madri. Madri is the Madradesha queen. Panduraja married. Lakshana belongs to the Madradesha queen, Madradesha's princess. So the princess of Madradesha, Lakshana, Swayambharam was announced. Krishna goes there unchallenged, because by then everybody knew if Krishna is there in the field, everybody stepped back, because there is no way we can compete with Krishna. They knew it right from the time of Rukmani, when Shishupala, etc. could not succeed. They knew it right from the time of Mitravinda, because Duryodhana and others could be no match at all for Krishna. So, Madradesha princess Lakshana became the 8th wife of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is how the 8 Mahalakshmi forms, as Rukmani, Jambavati, Satyabhama, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Nagnachiti, Bhadra, and Lakshana became the 8 Pattamahishis of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So far, so good. But you remember about the episode of Akrura? The other day when Krishna was there in Nandagokulam, Kamsa deputed Akrura to bring Krishna. The Gopikas were just that whole night, they were crying and crying and crying. Mahabhagavata's tears can ruin anybody. One day when Krishna went to Hastinapura to inquire about the welfare of the Pandavas, 3 friends joined together. 3 of them are good friends. One, Akrura. Another one, Krutavarma. Another one, Shatadhanva. How did these fellows become friends? No idea. Satrajit had a beautiful daughter, Satyabhama. And if you have a beautiful daughter, boys will line up in front of your house. They'll call you Mama, 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 Mama. You have a beautiful daughter? Will I be a good son-in-law for you? Same thing. So when Shatadhanva, Akrura, Krutavarma were doing every service for Satrajit, Satrajit understood why these fellows are coming to his house and serving him. So Satrajit one day promised to all 3 of them, okay, don't worry. One day I'll give my daughter Satyabhama in marriage to one of you 3. He promised. But now, because of found the Shamantaka money with the Jambavan and brought it and returned to Satrajit.
taking away the earrings of a woman. It is almost equal to cutting off her head. A great insult for a woman is if her earrings are taken away by another person. Right in front of Indra, Deva Mata, Aditi's kundalas were taken away by Naraka. And the great son Indra could not even stop. This Naraka was so arrogant. Wherever he finds a beautiful girl, he will propose, I want to marry you. If the girl refuses, put her in the jail. If you don't marry me, you cannot marry anyone else. So Naraka says, if you don't marry me, you can't marry anyone else. Not one, not two, 16,100 princesses. They are not Gopikas. Gopikas are only 16,000. These are the princesses, different kingdoms, different Maharaja's daughters. 16,100 princesses were there, kept in the jail by Naraka because they refused to marry Narakasura. Because Narakasura had another great friend, another demon called Mura. That Mura, Naraka's headquarters was Prakladha in the present day Assam, Prakladha. There he built a big fort with a huge water that is there circulating. And Mura has put some incantations as Mura Pashas, and nobody can even enter Prakladha. And Mura, with the 5 heads, was supporting Naraka. Naraka became a dictator. And Indra came and begged Krishna, I was put to utter shame when my mother's earrings, kundalas, were taken away by Naraka. 16,100 Maharajas came and begged Krishna that their daughters were abducted by Naraka and they are languishing in the jail house of Naraka. Bhagavan Sri Krishna took pity on all of them. More so, he wanted to do justice to his own mother, Aditi, because once upon a time, it was Narayana himself who appeared as the son of Aditi as Vamana. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna took it upon himself to restore the earrings of Aditi and to help the aggrieved kings whose daughters are abducted. So Bhagavan Krishna was preparing, calling the Garuda Vahana to go there to Prakladha and to fight with Naraka. That is when Satyabhama, none other than Devi, came and proposed, I too would like to come with you. See fate. It is Naraka destined to die, either in his own mother's hands or right in front of his mother Bhudevi. The same Bhudevi appeared as Satyabhama. So Satyabhama came and proposed. Good. Krishna sportively, he is both a Bhavishya Vartamana. He is a Jagannatha Sutrata. He knows whatever is there happening, what is going to happen. So he accepted the request of Satyabhama to come with him in his fight with the Naraka. On Garuda Vahana, both Krishna and Satyabhama came to Prakladha. The first one to enter Prakladha, they have to cross the river Agatta. Agatta means complete a water barrier all around the fort. And guarded by Mura, the 5-headed demon. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna sent his Sudarshan Chakra and cut off the 5 heads of Mura. That is why Krishna got the title Murari. Murari, one who killed the demon Mura. Mura is a 5-headed demon. With the Sudarshan Chakra Prayogam, Krishna killed Mura. The 5 heads were beheaded. Then the fight. Naraka got very unknown that somebody could kill his best friend and guardian, Mura. Came to fight. He first tried to hurt Garuda. Krishna very skillfully managed Durga, cut off all the weapons of Naraka. And as Krishna was indulged in an unimaginable fight with Naraka, Satyabhama in a very, very cheerful mood got up and said, Krishna, why don't you give your bow and arrows to me? Your great divine bow, Sharangam, give it to me. I would like to fight. I would like to show my skills in fighting to this Naraka. Krishna very, very smilingly said, Lema Danujula Geluvaga Lema, Niveda Kadaki Vichitva, Le Man, Manavin, Le Marvil and Dipuramu, keep Leelan Peran. He says, you are a delicate princess. Where did you learn the art of fighting? Your hands are so tender. Where did you learn? How can you handle this bow? Satyabhama said, Krishna, I am not only your wife, I am also Veera Patni. I also studied Dhanurvedam. I also mastered how to use the weapons. Relax, Krishna, let me fight. And Satyabhama, beautifully Mahatma, Vedavyasa and the translator Putana say, Haridunjum, Haridunjum. When Satyabhama is looking at Krishna, her face is there like the most beautiful moon, creating very passionate feelings in the mind of Krishna. But when she is there looking at Narakasura, she is there like a blazing sun, creating terror in the mind of Naraka. So that is how Satyabhama, the one person, appearing like the most charming wife to Krishna, but the most fearful opponent to Naraka, was fighting for a long time. And finally Krishna thought, it is time, this Naraka should be put to death. Right in front of Satyabhama, Bhagavan Sri Krishna killed Narakasura. And when Narakasura fell down, Mother Earth came, begged Krishna, Krishna, I admit it is my fault. I gave birth to this kind of a demon. It is very fitting that you killed this Rakshasa who deserves death. Fortunately, he died in your hands. Now, she brought Naraka's son, Bhagadatta, and said, Krishna, this fellow is a little boy. He is upright. He is not like his father. He will be obedient to you. Bless him, Krishna. Krishna smiled, blessed Bhagadatta. And Krishna is not interested in accepting the kingdom. Krishna made Bhagadatta as the future king of Pragjyotishapur. And when Naraka was killed, the 16,100 princesses that were there, rotting in the jailhouse of Naraka, got released. All of them came and begged Krishna to marry them. Krishna, we come from royal families. You know the royal tradition. If a girl is abducted in a royal family by another man, no honorable man ever married them, which you know very well. Bhishma, a devout brahmachari who never had any contact with any female. His half brother, Satyavati's son, Satyavati, the fisherwoman, married, afterward she became Yojanagandhi, and married Bhishma's father Shantanu. Through Shantanu, Satyavati got two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada died in a battle with Gandharvas. Vichitravirya was a very timid fellow. Vichitravirya, those days, if a king has to marry, he has to win a girl. Vichitravirya was so timid, he could not win any girl. He begged his brother Bhishma, can you please find a girl for me I want to marry? Bhishma smiled and said, why man? I'll bring a couple of them get married in the year. That time, Kashi Raja, the king of Kashi, had three daughters. Amba, Ambika, Ambadika. Amba, Ambika, Ambadika. He brought three of them, challenged everyone. I'm taking these three girls to get them united with my brother, Vichitra Virya. Anybody to oppose me? Nobody could oppose Bhishma. Bhishma brought the three girls. Just within one day, 24 hours, Amba mustered all the courage to confess to Bhishma. Please forgive me, sir. I'm already in love with another king, Salva. Bhishma was very surprised. He said, stupid girl, why you did not tell me yesterday itself? Had you told me yesterday, I would not have brought you. All right, it is not too late. It is only one day. With a due honor, Krishna sent Amba back in the chariot to Salva. Amba came to Salva and said, I came back, marry me. That's what. Salva, you know what he said for it. Do I look like an idiot to you? Which honorable man will ever marry a woman taken away by another man? That too Bhishma, a perfect brahmachari, who will not even touch a woman. And that too only for one day, just one day. And still what did Salva say? Which honorable man will ever marry a woman taken away by another man? No way. Go back. Amba came back to Bhishma and said, that fellow is refusing. You marry him. Bhishma said, how can I marry you? No way. Go back to Salva. Salva refused again. Back to Bhishma. Bhishma refused. Then you know the rest of the story. Amba took a pledge. You ruined my life. I'm going to kill you. She went to everyone to fight with Bhishma and killed him. Nobody could do it. She even went to Parashurama in bed. Parashurama fought with Bhishma but could not win. Then Amba decided, I will rather take another birth and kill you. That is how she became first. She was born as the daughter of Drupada in the Agnikulda. Then became a man. And Bhishma has a pledge. Anybody who was born as a woman then becomes a man. Or a man then becomes a woman. He will never fight with that kind of people because they're not worth even looking at them. That's how Shikandi took revenge on Bhishma in the next fight. So come back. The same analogy was given by the 16,100 princesses to Krishna. Krishna, which honorable man will ever marry us? We do not remain spinsters, Krishna. We beg you, marry us. Krishna is Apara Karunambude, Analochita Visesha Seshadoka Sharanya, Pranatartihara, Ashtrita Vatsalyeka Mahodade. Out of his compassion, Krishna accepted to marry the 16,100 princesses. So, immediately Krishna summoned the celestial architect, the divine architect, Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma, Dwaraka, make sure just by tomorrow morning, 16,100 new palaces are ready. Yes, sir. Vishwakarma with his divine skills arranged 16,100 palaces in Dwaraka, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna brought 16,100 of them to Dwaraka and was religiously united in matrimony with 16,100 of them. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna in a wedlock was united with the 16,100 princesses and 8 Pattamrishis, 16,108 of them. According to Dharma, they can have only up to 10 children with a wife. Accordingly, Krishna had 10 children with all the 16,108 wives. The number of children of Krishna, 1,61,800. And what is the Vedam or the Upanishads or the Stotras of Krishna saying? Anadi Brahmachari cha Krishna Vyasana Darshaka. Even though Krishna married 16,108 of them, even though Krishna had 10 children each, totaling 161,800, the Vedas are proclaimed, if at all there is a perfect Askarita Brahmachari, that is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is the supremacy of Krishna. Be fortunate to do Sharanagati at the feet of Krishna and attain Sri Vaikuntha. That is how we complete the wonderful episode of Krishna's divine Kalyanams with the 16,108 of them. Now, one day Narada got very, very anxious to know. Even with one wife, so many people are having so many problems. How is Krishna managing 16,108 of them? He wanted to know. He came. He was running from one palace to the other palace to the other palace. Every palace he went, Krishna was there like a perfect grihastha. In one house doing Sandhyavana, another house doing Devadarshan, another house celebrating the birth of a baby, another house performing the marriage of a daughter, another house performing the Uparinam of a son. Narada could no longer run from palace to palace, fell at the feet of Krishna and said, Prabhu, unable to understand that you can take the 16,108 divine forms and be with every princess at all times. You alone can do this kind of a divine act, Krishna. And the Narada prostrated to Krishna and went back to his place. Same thing. When Bhagavan Sri Krishna went to inquire about Pandavas and when he returned to Dwaraka, Krishna had so much of soft call for his 16,108 wives. You know what Krishna thought? If I go to Rukmani's house first, Satyabhama may feel bad. If I go to Satyabhama's palace, Jambavati may feel bad. If I go to their 8 houses, other 16,100 wives may feel bad. Can you imagine? When Krishna returns, he becomes immediately 16,108 Krishnas. And he entered the palace of every wife, all at the same time. And every wife thought Krishna is always there with her only. That is the supremacy of Krishna. And Krishna had so many children. Some of them, famous ones, Pradyumna, Samba, etc. He told them, never commit bhagavata apacharam. If you commit bhagavata apacharam, it will haunt you. It can wipe out dynasties. One day, the children were playing football. They were playing football, and all of a sudden, their ball went and fell in an abandoned well. They tried to look into the well and tried to swallow their ball out. There they found a huge lizard, unimaginably huge lizard. They were so scared. They came to Krishna and said, Krishna, come and help us. Our ball fell into a well. There's an unimaginably huge lizard. Krishna knows Bhuta Bhavishya Vartamanas. Went there, just with no effort, tried to pull the ball out. As he was pulling, Krishna's Karasparsha hand touched the lizard, and along with the ball, Krishna pulled the lizard also out. And the minute the lizard came out, with the touch of the hand of divine hand of Bhagavan Krishna, he became an unimaginable divine person called a Maharaja, Nruga Maharaja, Nruga, N-R-U-G-A, Nruga Maharaja. Krishna knows everything. But just for the benefit of his children, he said, who are you, Mahatma? How did you become a lizard? How did you become a lizard? That Nruga Maharaja said, Krishna, what can I tell? You know everything. Now that you are asking, I am telling you. I was once upon a time a king in Nruga, N-R-U-G, Nruga Maharaja. And I did millions of godanas. My only passion was bring cows, feed them, rear them, and do godana. I have given hundreds and thousands of godanas. He says, you may be able to count the number of stars in the sky, but you cannot count the number of cows I have given in dana. Unfortunately, one day, I gave a dana of a cow. As that Brahmana was taking it, some other person, another Brahmana was searching because he lost his cow. And he identified this is his lost cow. Both of them argued, this is my cow that ran away from my house. The other man said, no, just now we got it as dhanam from Buddha. Both of them came to me. Both of them were arguing, this is my cow, you gave me first, it belongs to me. The second man said, no, I like this cow, this is the one I want. I fell at the feet of both of them, I begged them, please, one of you take it. I'll give you 10,000 cows, 100,000 cows. No. They were very adamant. They were very adamant. And the second person insisted, I must keep this cow you gave me just now. First person insisted, I don't want even 10,000 cows, I want only that cow, I like it so much. And the second man went with the cow. And the first person was so hurt and cursed Mridha Maharaja, you will pay a very heavy price for this. Afterwards, I left the body, went to Chitragupta. Chitragupta said, you did millions of cows in dana, but unfortunately, one mistake has happened. You have to go through the punishment. And I was pushed down from heavens. From heavens, I fell down and became a lizard. Now, Krishna, with your Karasparsha, I got my original form and went back to Swargaloka. Krishna instructed his sons. You have seen, if you offend a Brahmana, don't mistake, not the present day Brahmanas. The Brahmanas who do Trikala Sandhyavandana, the Brahmanas who do everything meticulously according to Dharma. If you offend them, you may drink poison and you may survive, but the curse of a Brahmana you can never, never overrule. Be careful. Do you think they will listen? No, they are kids. Why should they listen? Same thing happened. Same thing happened. Of course, at the end of the Kurukshetra war, when Krishna brought the Pandavas and introduced Dhritarashtra, Pandavas came to offer their respects. Well, Pandavas touched the feet of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. But Gandhari was so mad at Krishna. Krishna, you orchestrated the whole war. You wanted to help Pandavas and make sure all my 100 sons are killed. I'm not angry with Bhima who killed, but I'm angry with you, Krishna. You are the one who orchestrated the whole thing. If you wanted, you could have avoided the war. You could have avoided. You could have saved my children. Now that you made me lose all my 100 children, mark my words, Krishna, 36 years from today, 36 years from today, right in front of you, your entire dynasty will perish. Your entire dynasty will perish. You will pay the same price as I paid. You know what Krishna said? Thank you, Gandhari, for cursing that way. I was worried. These Yadavas born in my function because of my genetic code in them. Nobody can kill them. I am afraid when I leave the planet Earth, they will become very unruly, very undisciplined, and they will create chaos. How to wipe them out, I was thinking. Now that you have cursed, thank you. I don't have to worry about that. Good. Do you think the kids of Krishna will keep quiet? One day, Durvasa Maharshi and others were coming to pay their respects to Krishna. They wanted to make fun of Durvasa and others. So, Jambavati's son Samba, they did some makeup to Samba, wrapped a lot of saris around his stomach, made him look like a pregnant girl. And Pradyumna and others took that imitation pregnant girl, Samba, the disguise of a girl, to Durvasa and made fun of them. Swami, you are all Mahatmas. You know the past, the present, and future. Can you tell us whether this pregnant lady will deliver a baby boy or baby girl? That's how they made fun of Durvasa. Durvasa got so angry and said, neither a boy nor a girl. She will give birth to a huge iron rod that will ruin your entire dynasty. He said. They got scared. They just quickly dragged Samba to a side and started unwrapping all the clothes they wrapped around his stomach. To their great surprise, when the last cloth was unwrapped, a huge iron rod fell down from his body, Samba's body. And they were so scared, they reported to Krishna. Krishna said, no point in telling me. I told you long back, never play pranks with Mahatmas. You did, now you have to pay a heavy price. No way you can avoid that. Do one thing. Take that iron rod to the beach. Start grinding. Grind it to pieces. And then just wash it off in the ocean. They took the huge iron rod, unimaginably heavy rod, started grinding on a huge stone on the beach and bringing the water and then washing off into the ocean. So the fine dust particles from the iron rod became sediment on the banks of the beach, and the kusha grass started growing up. That kusha grass will have very sharp edges. After Kurukshetra war, 36 years have gone by. Now, one day, Krishna's family members requested Krishna, can we go for a picnic? For sure. Krishna knows this is the last day for them. They all went to the same place where they have just, ground all that iron rod and it became sediment and the kusha grass of stomach. They were all enjoying in a party, very picnic. Then tempers started flaring up. Somebody blamed Krutavarma. Krutavarma blamed the others. Like that, everybody started blaming each other. They got so mad at each other. They just pulled out the kusha grass with the sharp edges and started hitting each other. And the edges of the kusha grass were so sharp, it started cutting off the heads of each one of them. The entire Yadava Vamsha fell down dead on the beach of the pit, except for Balarama and Krishna. All the men took them. Now Balarama said, Krishna, time for me to go. So Balarama went into the ocean. As he walked into the ocean, he got his original form as Adisesha and creating a tunnel went to Sri Vaikuntha. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna has to leave this physical body. He was there lying down behind some bushes. A hunter was there looking for a deer or a rabbit, and he missed the toe that is there straining to and fro as a rat and shot. That arrow hit Krishna in his toe. Krishna used that as an excuse to leave the planet Earth and go back to Vaikuntha. The 8 Patanashis of Krishna did Sahagamanam with Krishna's body and went back to Agni to Vaikuntha. Before that, Krishna called Arjuna and said, take all the people of Dwaraka to your Hastinapura and saved them. He called Uddhava, his best friend, gave him Uddhava Gita before, a week before. Whatever is there in Bhagavad Gita, he recounted the whole thing to Uddhava. Whatever is not there, even he said, namely, he did not mention about Ekadashi in Bhagavad Gita. He said Ekadashi is Harivasaram. Do Upavasaram, Krishna tells Uddhava. In the entire Bhagavad Gita, Hanuman is not praised. Krishna praises, my great devotee is Hanuman. He gave the entire Uddhava Gita. to Uddhava privately. Uddhava was crying, how can I live without you? Krishna said, no, it is not time for you. Go to Badarikashram, Badari Narayana, where Naranarayana Rishi did tapasya. Do tapasya and come back to me. And Krishna left. He just withdrew the incarnation because it is 125 years on the planet Earth, and over there, the Nityashuris who offered the Dhupam was so thick, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana left Vaikuntham and Paripurna Avatara came as Sri Krishna. And there in Vaikuntham, the smoke started dispersing. Sri Krishna left here and went back as Bhagavan Sriman Narayana to Vaikuntham. And as usual, Shantakaram, Kulikashayam, Megharatnam, Shubhankam was there. That is how Krishna Katha, the highlight of Srimad Bhagavatam, concludes, and here we complete the entire 7 days. Of course, there are some episodes, Avadhuta Yudhu Samvadam, etc., which are highly philosophical, and I don't know how many of you can take them. The Avadhuta Yudhu Samvadam, etc., in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I leave it for those of you who are interested. Sometime if you want, just send me a message. I will send you. It will only confuse you more and more. Avadhuta Yudhu Samvadam. And Kali Yuga Dharmas. Kali Yuga is the one where Brahmanas will not do Sanyavana. Brahmanas will not do Veda Patna. And the people who are not supposed to do Veda Patna, they will be the ones interpreting the Vedas in a very, very fraudulent way. And Adharmam will be rising. And when Adharmam is rising to unimaginable levels, Bhagavan Sri Mahavishnu will incarnate as Kalki. Kalki Vishnu Yashashrutaha Kalikatha Kalushya Puram Prashata. In the foothills of Himalayas, beyond Mount Everest, in the valleys, Sanya Puchke, Maharashtra Pinari, Amma, one of you give them now. Maharashtra is very called. Put your finger behind Maharashtra. Put your finger behind Maharashtra. Amma, Mala, adjust for them. Just make Maharashtra lie down. That way it will stay. Because the rim is small and the river is tall. So, in the foothills of Himalayas, beyond Mount Everest, it seems there is a village called Swayambharam, where all the Chiranjeevis are still living, like Ashwatthama, Parashurama, Krupacharya, and Bhagavan Sriman Narayana will incarnate as Kalki to a very orthodox priest called Vishnu Yasha as his son Kalki, and riding an unimaginably beautiful white horse that has wings that can travel within 1 second, India to America to Russia to Germany to Japan to China, everywhere. And just having a big magical saber, a huge sword in his hand, will wipe out nature Nivaha Nindane for all the people who hate the Vedas and who ruin the Vedic culture and introduce the demoniac culture. Bhagavan Kalki will wipe them out. After 1/4 of Kali Yuga, 432,000 years Kali Yuga Praman, 1/4, 108,000 years. We are only 5,000 years into Kali Yuga. You still have to wait 103,000 years. Your choice whether you want to take that many births and deaths or do Sharanagati, go to Vaikuntham and enjoy Kalki's incarnation. That is how Kalki Avatar is also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the village Shambhala, in the foothills of Himalayas, and the teachers for him, Parashurama, Krutavarma, they will instruct him, Hanuma, Ashwatthama, they are all there in those foothills of Himalayas. They will instruct Kalki in the use of Brahmastra, Agneyastra, all the divine weapons. And Bhagavan will establish after 1/4 of Kali Yuga as in Kruta Yuga itself, where Dharma will be back on all the 4 feet. Swastik Prajabhya Paripalayanta Nyayena Bhagena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyah Shrivastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sudhino Bhavantu Kali Vashatu Varjanya Prithvi Sasasharani Veshoyam Shobharahitara Dusura Santanitaya Vamiri Vardhaka Kali Kali Vashatu Vasavah Srirangana Rojetu Srirangana Srichya Vardhaka Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Asmat Paragurubhyo Namaha Asmat Sarvagurubhyo Namaha Srirangana Srigopaidinda Vishnu Lakshmi Nusima Sharyat Karnaka Bhatram Srirangavira Rudran Srigoparujam Vedanga Deshi Namapravache Srimade Shivan Srigopa Srivedana Deshi Namaha Rishika Namaha Sarvam Shri Krishna Pranamastu Dharmaparam Sarvam Shri Krishna Pranamastu Mine is 6:11. So we started after our day. Did not miss any other. And if you have some questions, please feel free. Any other questions?
Bhagavatam is the one mentioned. So Dasavataram is the same.
Dashavataram Kalki is the same. Kalki Vishnu Yashasvata Kalikatha Adishya Pudan Kasha is Mahatma Veda Dashavataram.
All Bhagavatam Katha are made to Veda.
Yeah, Bhagavatam Dashavatara Sabhata.
The other question.
I didn't get
The
you.
one question. All of them are related to some Vedanta and some other.
This Narakasura Vada is also there to teach us a lesson that we should not give birth to Rakshasas and Children. And not only that, it also says the way we celebrate Deepavali, because 16,100 princesses were abducted. I mean, those girls were released from the jail. And more so, Krishna, they got united with Krishna. The 16,100 provinces were celebrating the marriage of their princess with Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is how Deepavali and the Amavasya was lit with the thousands of lights to drive away the darkness of the Amavasya night. And the day before Deepavali was celebrated as a Naraka Chaturdashi. Naraka Chaturdashi, the 14th day in the dark fortnight when Naraka was killed. And this particular day, the next day, Amavasya, to drive away the darkness of the dark rule of Naraka, and the celebration of lighting thousands of lamps all over the country as people. My second half. Yeah, ma'am. Even his duty, he can simply say, I don't want to do this duty, I have decided. What can it come to? When it is there as a forbidden thing, you don't have to do a forbidden job. You don't have to do a forbidden job. And the forbidden job is done by a right? He can simply say, I'm sick. Just like, ask him. He doesn't want to go to work today. He doesn't want to go to work. So what he will say? He'll call his boss and say, I have diarrhea. Right? Because nobody can say, you have diarrhea, you still come, right? So, he will take the phone and say, oh, I'm very bad for I cannot come. Agrorat would have used any of those excuses not. So when wrong instructions are given, you don't have to follow wrong instructions. If it is against the dharma, you have every right to refuse. But Prakladha did not do that. Even inadvertently, you should not be the cause of hurting bhagavatas. That is the bottom. Even inadvertently, even if it is forced, even if it is forced. I think that's like a country. Right. No questions? No questions? Yes, sir, no questions? Thank you for your patience for all these 7 days. Thanks to the administration of this temple for giving an opportunity to come here and explain Bhagavad in as a simple way as possible. And that too, those days they used to do saptaha means not 2 hours a day saptaha. That's why they used to cover morning 6 a.m. to evening 6 a.m. 12 hours per day, 7 days, 7 times 12, 84 hours. But we only have 2 hours per day, 7 times 2, 14 hours. That's why the most shortest form of Bhagavad I could explain in as easy terms as possible.
Swamiji, one kid has asked why Krishna has a peacock feather on top.
Why is peacock feather?
On his crown.
I see. You know, even though people say peacock will only, the peahen will only drink the tears of the peacock and gets pregnant, it is asexual reproduction. That is not scientifically valid. So the reason I heard from great Mahatmas was, as Krishna was playing, dancing in Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, etc. No. Okay. Mother, what you learned, Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi, Mother?
I learned
No, why I am asking is, in either Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi, when a girl, if somebody is dancing on the stage, if any of the angelic bells are falling down, it is considered as an offense for the Natya Shastra. It is considered as an offense for the Natya Shastra. That is the reason why all the girls, when they go there to do performance, every time they bring a new set of angelic bells and then they will do it. Did you notice that? Because it is against the Brahmanic Rapachara. So one day, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna was playing the flute, a peacock was there, spreading its plume and was dancing in such a great ecstasy. But as the dance was going on, Krishna was playing the flute. It so happened, one feather from the peacock fell down. And the peacock feather falling down is considered as a Ashubha Suchakam. And the peacock was there mortified and was shedding tears. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna, out of his compassion, said, why do you cry that the feather fell down? It is Ashubha Suchakam. I will glorify that peacock feather that fell down from today onwards. I will give it in my head itself. And that is how Krishna kept that peacock feather in his head. So from that time onwards, because of the Arthatrana Parayanatvam of Bhagavan, that a pure devotee, while trying to please Bhagavan, even though if a mistake has happened, Bhagavan can convert it into an auspicious thing. Just like in Tamil Nadu, there is a temple, Uppiliyappan temple. Some people call Uppiliyappan, some people call Uppiliyappan. Because a great devotee did Samaradana and he forgot to put salt in that. And everybody started eating prasadam but could not eat it through them. He went and cried and cried. Bhagavan said, don't worry, from today, any prasadam offered to me should be without salt in this temple. So Bhagavan, even if a mistake happens while serving Bhagavan in a pure way, even if a mistake happens, Bhagavan can overrule it and convert it into an auspicious thing. So when the peacock was dancing and the peacock feather fell down, that is an inauspicious sign. To make it auspicious, Krishna picked up the peacock feather and kept it on his head. That is how Krishna got the peacock feather. All of you can have these books.
Just a few minutes. One few minutes. So please sit for a few minutes.
Dear devotees, on behalf of Veda community and Veda Temple Committee, we are so fortunate to have Sri G. S. Swamiji here for saptaha. It is a God blessing opportunity for us. So thank you so much for participating in all 7 days, making it as a successful event for us. So I would request our Guruji, Sri Nagamani Shastri Garu, to come and present Swamiji Garu. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. స్వామివారి యొక్క దివ్య సందర్శనం మనందరికీ కూడా వారి యొక్క సందేశం మీలో ఎంతమంది శ్రవణం చేశారో మాకు తెలియదు, కానీ క్వాంటిటీ కంటే క్వాలిటీ చాలా ముఖ్యం అని చెప్పేసి ఎంతమంది వచ్చి విన్నారు అనే దానికంటే విన్న వాళ్ళలో ఎంతమంది విన్నారు, విన్నది స్వామివారు చెప్పినటువంటి దాంట్లో కూర్చోక కూడా మనం ఎంతవరకు ఆచరించగలం అనే దాని మీద ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది. ఏదైనా అలాంటి మహాపురుషుల యొక్క సందర్శనం మహాపుణ్యం. సాక్షాత్ విష్ణుమూర్తి యొక్క ప్రత్యక్ష సాక్షాత్కారాన్ని పొందినటువంటి దానితో సమానంగా ఉంటుంది. అంతకంటే మనం చెప్పగలిగేది లేదు. కాబట్టి 2 రోజులు ఎంతో ఓపికగా చక్కటి ప్రవచనాన్ని మనకు అందించి శుభాశీస్సు అందించినటువంటి వారి భారతదేశములకు అందరికీ తరపున ఒక నమస్కారం చేసుకుంటూ ఓం వృక్షైవస్తబ్దో నిర్విఘ్నే కస్తేన పూర్ణం పురుషేణ సర్వం సకలధనాన ప్రజయా హతేన త్యాగే నైకే అమృతత్వమానసు పరేణాగల్నిహితం వాయాం విభ్రాజతే జగజో విశక్తి వేదాంత విజ్ఞాన సకృష్టితార్థాస్పన్యాసయోగార్థసత్తా ఏ బ్రహ్మలోకే దుపరాంతయాలే పరామృతాత్కలిముచ్యంతి శాస్త్రం విభావం పరమేశ్వరోదన్యత్పుండరీకం పురమధ్యస్థం తత్రావిరత్రం గగనం విశోభస్తస్త్వయదంతస్తరివాసిగమ్యం యో వేదాదౌస్తరః ప్రోక్తో వేదాంతే ప్రతిష్ఠితః తస్య ప్రకృతిలీనస్య యః పరస్య మహేశ్వరः ఓం సత్పాదా ఈశో కామాన్ ప్రవేశయతి యో మాధాయ పరముపైతి సయమనిష్పాప్యాజాతి అకామప్రీతా ఏనంకామప్రయాను అతేజాభిర్యస్యాల్ సరిహుయాల్ తుభ్యంతా అంగిరస్తమా విశ్వాస్తు హృదయః పృథగ్ అగ్నే కామాయ విరక్తి కామావేవాస్తు దదామి కామప్రీతా ఏనంకామానప్రయామి వేగస్తి విద్యావాన్ భవతి. కూడా స్వామివారి యొక్క శిష్యులైనటువంటి శ్రీనివాసాచార్యులు కూడా 2 రోజులు చాలా ఎంతో ఓపికగా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసి మనందరికీ వారి గురించి తెలియజెప్పి మనందరికీ కూడా విషయాన్ని ప్రసాదించినటువంటి శ్రీనివాసాచార్యులు కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియవలసి. చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు.
क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणां तदपि जगत्प्रतिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषश्चतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रिये लक्ष्मीरङ्गनायिका समेत रङ्गनाथस्वामी अनुग्रहम् शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषश्चतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रिये प्रतिष्ठति लक्ष्मीरङ्गनायिका समेत रङ्गनाथस्वामी अनुग्रहम्
మాకు ఇక్కడ మనందరికీ కూడా సత్య మహీదాసన్ గారు ఆయన ఈ ఆలయంలో ఒక అద్భుతమైనటువంటి వ్యక్తి, సేవాపరంగా అలాంటి మనిషి మన స్వామివారి గురించి చెప్పి ఈ సత్య మహీదాసన్ గారే కనుక ఇక్కడ లేకపోతే స్వామివారి గురించి మనకి తెలిసేది కాదు, వారిని ఆహ్వానించేవారు కాదు, మన ఈ భాగవత సప్తాహం జరిగేది కాదు. కాబట్టి సత్య మహీదాసన్ గారికి వారి దంపతులకి ఇద్దరికి కూడాను కృతజ్ఞతలు, శుభాశీస్సులు.
రంగనాయక సమేత రంగనాథ స్వామి అనుగ్రహం
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಪಣಸ್ತು. భగవత్ సప్తాహ సంపూర్ణం కృష్ణార్పణమస్తు.